Number 5, catcher Donovan Ratfield. Number 1, designated hitter Tommy Rover. And finally, number 4, Ashworth.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Great Falls, Montana for Pioneer League Baseball. My name is Scott Gladstone. So excited to have you along for the ride as today the Glacier Range Riders take on the Great Falls Voyagers in Game 3 of a 3-game series here in Great Falls, Montana. Should be another great fixture between these two sides after the Voyagers came up on the losing end of the first 2 matchups against the Range Riders. Range Riders are one of 3 undefeated teams still remaining in the Pioneer League, joining the Billings Mustangs and the Modesto Roadsters. Obviously, the Voyagers on the other side, they are one of 2 of 3 winless teams. That is the Chuckers and the Red Pocket Mobiles alongside Great Falls. See our umpiring crew there, Mike Green, Travis Schatzman, and Matt Beaver. Green should be behind the plate tonight for the calling of the balls and strikes. Last night's clash between these two sides was a very, very clunky start before some pretty good baseball took over, especially by the Range Riders in the middle portion of the game. Walks kind of marred the contest from both sides, thanks to 18 tossed by the Great Falls pitching staff. That is a franchise record for the Range Riders in terms of walks that they received as a batting staff. It was a ton of fun in the late going. The Range Riders scored in the final 5 innings en route to a 13-9 victory. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll bring you the starting lineups and get you set for first pitch here from Great Falls, Montana. We'll be right back.
Glacier Bank Park is just so beautiful. The absolutely stunning views, the facility that we have, we're just very fortunate.
This is a place where people can gather throughout the community. The location of the park itself is centrally located within the valley, and as such, it keeps everybody coming from all the different municipalities throughout the valley, and really it's just a hub for the community to meet.
My favorite thing about coming to the ball field is seeing old friends, seeing the beautiful complex, and the staff, how friendly they are. They greet us with friendliness, and the seats are awesome.
We also get to connect with folks as far away as Boston that are here on vacation that actually want to come to a ballpark because I talk them into it because that's how special it is.
So we come to socialize. We love our group and we just have a really good time. Of course, we like watching the game too. And we like to win.
Well, back here, Scott Gladstone with you as we are getting set for baseball live from Great Falls, Montana. Let's go over the starting lineups for the two sides. First, for the Glacier Range Riders. Your Glacier Range Riders will line up as follows. It will be J.D. McLaughlin leading off once again, his 3rd straight game in the leadoff spot, the Range Riders center fielder. Logan Beard bats second. Carson Hornung returns to the starting lineup. Batting third, he'll play in left field today. Carson Garner, a couple good games for him. He bats in the cleanup spot while Jake Millen is at first base. Steele, Ratfield, Rover, and Ashworth round out the starting 9. We'll step aside and send it field side for the national anthem. Now let's go over the starting lineup for the Great Falls Voyagers. It will be Redahan leading off for the Voyagers for the third straight night. Will Rogers returns to the starting lineup after pitching yesterday. He will be a designated hitter, batting the 2 spot. Cruz back at the 3 hole, Schmack 4th, Specht 5th, Swenda 6th. The bottom 3 is Ott, Cabeza, and Temisveri. Cabeza is subbing in for Antonio Barranca, who gets the night off. That's the starting lineups for both sides. We'll take one more quick break and get set for baseball live from Great Falls. We'll be right back.
This is Johns Manville, built on experience, guided by people who believe every detail matters. We manufacture commercial roofing systems with purpose, combining performance, protection, and long-term reliability. From the science behind our products to the trust earned on every job, we focus on what lasts and what comes next. Steady leadership, proven performance. Johns Manville Commercial Roofing Systems.
Welcome back to the contest. Let's go over the defense. To do the pitch plate, it is Cabeza. He'll be the catcher for this Great Falls squad. The third baseman is Aiden Redahan, the second baseman, and Ott over at first. The outfield from left to right is the same as it was the past 2 games. Schmack, Temisveri, and Specht. The only switch up made from last night is Cabeza in at the catching role. JD McLaughlin leads us off as we get set for baseball from Great Falls. Sam Lavin, who I'll talk plenty about, obviously as the starter, fires the first pitch home. We are underway at 6:29 p.m. local time. Best weather of the series, I'd call it. 58 degrees and more sun shining than either of the past 2 nights. Swing and a miss by JD McLaughlin. He goes 1-1 in the count. Sam Lavin, a returner on this Great Falls Voyagers side. Actually saw his professional debut, which I believe happened at Glacier Bank Park. Called strike. One ball, 2 strikes in to JD. Fouled it off. Stayed alive. Better crowd tonight than last night in Great Falls, where basically half the crowd was a member of Zach Longshore's family, who made the trip up to see his professional debut and his birthday. Very 2 birds, 1 stone for them. As this goes up and away, and the count goes to 2-2. And a swing, strike 3. Leadoff strikeout by JD McLaughlin at the hands of Sam Lavin. Up steps Logan Beard, a solo home run. Swing and a miss on that one. Count goes to 0-2. Range Riders struggled against Lavin last year, but overall he didn't have the best of years. 3-6 record in 12 starts for the Voyagers. 64 innings pitched, 62 strikeouts. The 0-2 pitch into Logan Beard. Script of foul. Range Riders rocking the road greens today for the first time this season. Green tops, green bottoms. Gold numbers on the back with white glacier across the front of their jerseys. Pinstripe pants for the Great Falls Voyagers. And the black top kits. Low and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 4-year career at Division III St. Olaf College for Lavin, the pitcher. Right-hander was the ace for St. Olaf. As that is called just outside. Lavin wanted it. Correct call to say that missed the zone. Final grad year at George Mason for Lavin, where he went 5-0 with a 5.29 ERA last spring. Foul scrape. Good job by Beard to stay alive. This is going to be a quality at-bat as the next pitch will be pitch number 6 of the AB. Range Riders have seen a ton of pitches over the past 2 days. That's something they've done really well. Obviously to the tune of 31 walks in 2 games, which is the highest they've ever had in a 2-game stretch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swung on towards shallow right and falling for a base hit from Logan Beard. Coach gets himself aboard. And with 1 gone, there's 1 on. Just a little flick of the wrist, 75 to shallow right field. Carson Horning steps in. Lefty to step up and face Lavin. Nearly hits him. 82 miles per hour, way inside. Count goes to 1-0. St. Olaf College, if you don't know, is in Northfield, Minnesota. That one misses upstairs. Originally, he's from Algonquin, Illinois. Lavin is. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Top of the first inning. Over the plate, called strike into Hornung. Hornung, big product, finished his career at Jacksonville State before that. A few years at South Carolina. 2-1, 1 out pitch. Swung on, high fly ball, foul down the left field line. A little late to it. Hornung, obviously, somewhere in that mind, whether it be at the back or the front. I'm sure he's thinking about connecting with one and getting his first professional home run. That's at stake whenever he sends a good one. 2-2. Breaker misses in, and the count goes full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Everybody will at least have a 6-pitch AB out of the first 3 Range Riders. 3-2 once more. Swung on, hammered to right field, and it's into the glove of Specht, who makes a good jump on it. Throw will come back to first. Logan Beard thought that might get by, so even though it went 108 miles per hour off the bat, it's just a loud line out to right field for out number 2. It's exactly what you want to see if you're looking at a guy like Hornung. If he just got a little bit more under that, he would have been able to have himself at least 1 off the wall. Carson Garner now stepping to the plate. 0-0 score line, just underway, top of the first inning. That one called a strike just at the upper part of the zone. Below the zone, 1-1 strike. Back-to-back Carson's in the lineup for the Range Riders, just like it was in game 1. Horning to Garner. A strike on the outer part of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Range Riders have seen 22 pitches in inning number 1. Had a brief moment to catch up with former Range Rider catcher, current Voyager Antonio Barranca before the game. Talk about all the pitches that he had to receive behind the plate the last 2 nights. That one's called a ball. Challenged by Cabeza behind the plate. Once a punch out in the frame. And they get it. That's how the top of the first ends, with a punch out by ABS. Voyagers retain both challenges, and we head to the bottom of the first. It's 0-0.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Bottom of the first inning, and it's a professional debut for the 3rd straight night for a Range Rider pitcher. This one is Jake Covey, making his first ever start, his first ever appearance. The rookie out of Concordia University, Irvine, JUCO transfer out of Orange Coast College. Covey, originally from the state of California, from Costa Mesa, California, which is where Orange Coast College is located. First pitch is swung on and fouled off. Read it. He had 2 years at Concordia in California, like I mentioned, where he had 14 wins over the course of 2 seasons. This one hit on the ground to steal. Awkward hop, needs a good throw, and they're not going to get it. Safe over at first base, an infield single. Gets it started for Redahan. Finally, he beats one out after coming up just a hair short of time and time again. Going to be a single the whole way. Steele did all he could, had to spin-a-rama at short. It's one of those type of plays that you see Gabe Howell pull out of his hat every once in a while if you're a Range Rider fan. So you've seen shortstops make it, but not necessarily expected to. Now Redahan, a steal threat on first. In the zone to Will Rogers, designated hitter. Allowed a solo home run to Logan Beard last night in the 9th inning of play. This one hit towards third. The throw, no, not even going to take the throw for one. Good job by Redahan to get a quick jump. It's a tough go of it. Not every time. Beat a Redahan, beat him out twice so far to put a runner in scoring position with one out. Covey stands 6'4", 210 pounds. Started his collegiate career and did not play at New Mexico State University. Before that, transferred to Orange Coast College, back in his hometown. In 20. Inside to Trey Cruz. It's 2-0 to the number 3 batter for the Voyagers. I'm sure we got a little bit extra. At least one comment out there supporting Jake. Also, obviously, as you might be able to put together from the 6'4" height on the roster, was a good basketball player as well. 3-0 get me over pitch. Does. It's called a strike, and the count goes to 3-1. In high school at Estancia High School, not only was obviously he a very good pitcher there, he was also named MVP in the 2019 season for his bat. 2 strikes. Time called by Cruz. If there's anybody looking forward to Star Wars night, it is Covey. Big Star Wars guy. 3-2, pitch into Cruz. Runners going, swung on, and it's fielded by Steele. The throw to first is in time. That one came 83 miles per hour, funky, and Steele did a good job to adjust to it, to grab it. And once again, if the runner was not going, probably Redahan doesn't get to third, but because it was a hit and run, it goes perfectly, and he moves another 90 feet. It's an infield single, and 2 ground outs have gotten a runner to third. The epitome of small ball right now, but can Schmack knock him home. Ball outside, count goes to 1-0. For Covey, favorite TV show is Star Wars: The Clone Wars. And as that one misses inside, 2 out of his 3 favorite movies are Star Wars: Revenge of the Sith and Star Wars: Rogue One. This one golfed out to left field, moving over and making the catch is Horning in left. His first snag as a professional outfielder after playing first base on Tuesday night. Good job by the big lefty, and that sends us to the second. The Voyagers strand a runner on third. It's 0-0.
mound, number 13.
Jake Millen leads us off here, top of the second inning here. Millen, great night last night, including a 3-run blast that was essentially the difference, or certainly felt like it. First pitch in, over the heart of the plate, and the count goes to 0-1 for the switch hitter out of Springbrook, Pennsylvania. Hard to find a guy that played his entire collegiate career at one university in this day and age, and Jake Millen is one of the rare examples. Coming out of high school at North Pecona High School in Pennsylvania, playing under Coach Brian Jardine there. He showed up in Boca Raton and never left for the next 4 seasons. 16 games as a freshman, before 23 games as a sophomore, 41 as a junior, and 55 last spring for the Owls. This one's a sky-high fly to center field. Backing up is Temis Ferry, and he'll slow the roll for a grab in center. One gone on the deep fly out to the tune of 364 feet from Millen. Jacob Steele now stepping at the plate. Steele, another guy. Central Missouri product through and through. 4 seasons for the Mules at the Division II level. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Fair amount of transfers, especially in the baseball world, pre-NIL, but certainly in NIL. Guys like Steele, who were really good at the D2 level, you got to think their phone was buzzing a little bit at the end of every season. Count goes to 0-2. One out pitch in from Lavin. Hesitated, certainly did not go. I think that was the crowd much more than anybody else. It really did not look like it was close to a swing from Steele, the range rider shortstop. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Fouls off that pitch. Sam Lavin, 23 pitches in inning number 1 compared to 13 from Covey, who throws a shutout in his first professional frame. Still looking for that first pro strikeout. Allowed 3 weak contact ground balls, one of them an infield single. Before that fly out that wasn't hit too hard to Carson Horning. Just good that he got a good beat on it and was able to make the snag. Count goes to 2-2. Another late swing and another foul ball. Good evening once again to the about 100 or so of you that are tuned in around the globe. Thanks for spending part of your Thursday evening with us. This is a foul ball. Count stays 2-2. Just so you know, at some points, the audio has started to be a little bit glitchy on the streams. We're working to get to the bottom of it. But in case it starts to get glitchy, download the Go Range Riders app in the App Store, and we'll have the audio for free in that. Just click Listen Live if you want the audio. But hopefully it's not as the late game yesterday. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, top of the second inning. Payoff pitch, and Steele fouls off another one. It's a great AB from Jacob Steele. Payoff pitch once again in from Lavin to Steele. And cracked through the left side by Steele, a base knock. 100 miles per hour off the bat. That is a professional AB if you've ever seen one. Steele reaches first with a 1-out base knock. That's exactly what Logan Beard did in the top of the first inning. And up comes Mr. Clutch, one of the 2 game field. First pitch as Steele's running. Throw in from Cabeza, almost goes into center field. It's a called strike into Ratfield. Steele has the first stolen base at 2026 for Glacier, as he didn't waste much time getting going. Throw off target there. So we see a step off from Lavin. Now runner into scoring position. Count goes to 0-1. This one hit down the right field line. It's a foul ball. Jackson Murphy, first base coach for the Range Riders. He was signaling it's a fair ball, but obviously biased. 92 off the bat. Late swing there by the Gonzaga product in Ratfield. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out with a runner on second. Range Riders lacked stolen bases last year, and this year they just really haven't needed to run because they've had so much production. As this one heads out towards right center field, and it falls for a base knock. Steele goes from second to third. He had to hold at second just in case it was caught. If there's 2 outs, he's probably scoring instead. Ratfield darts up the hit column in the Pioneer League. Another hit for Donovan Ratfield. And again, a different situation. He has another RBI. Instead, he passes the bat off to Tommy Rover. First pitch up and away to Rover. Fouled off now by Rover out of the 8-hole. Ratfield on first, not a big threat to Steele over there, as expected from a catcher. The 1-1. Called a strike. Rover, maybe should have disagreed a little bit more vehemently with that one, as looked like it did miss a little bit high. And even though Cabeza didn't squeeze it behind the plate, they're calling it a strike. All 2 strikes for Tommy Rover. Flinched the bat. Did he go? No. Crowd doesn't like it, but once again, none of these 2 flinches we've seen in this half inning have not looked necessarily close to being actual swings. But it's just good to hear a little life from the crowd after pretty sparse attendance yesterday due to the weather. 2-2, 1-out pitch with runners on the corners. Below the zone, not challenged. They maybe could have got that one overturned if somebody would have tapped the head. Payoff pitch, 3-2, 1 out. And a late swing keeps Rover alive. Ratfield over there on first. I say he's not much of a threat to Steele, but he's a very good athlete. Just look back at his high school career where he was a 2-year letterman in football, a 3-year letterman in basketball, and obviously a 4-year letterman in baseball at Earl Worcester High School in Reno. This one to right center field, down for a knock. Ratfield will charge first to third. It's an RBI single by Tommy. Rover has himself and the Range Riders a 1-0 lead. Great AB, churned into a run. And again, Ratfield goes first to third. Number 9 batter, Kyle Ashworth, to round out the starting lineup. Range drive. First pitch, a called strike into Ash. The 0-1. Flinched it. Came up empty. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out. Ratfield on third. Rover on first. The 1-1 into Ash. Gets by the catcher in Cabeza, and an easy scamper home for Ratfield, who gave a little pat on the shoulder to Ash as he passed him by. A wild pitch scores Rat, and it's 2-0 Glacier in front. "50 pitches thrown by Lavin, and he is only through an inning and a third right now. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Foul ball. Count goes to 2-2. Tommy on second now. Scoring position. Opportunity going to be happening for Ash, and then JD after him. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the second here. 2-0 lead for Glacier. A pitch that goes upstairs, kind of looked funky off the hand of Lavin, just trying to get it down a little bit more than he did. Instead, another one escapes Cabeza behind home. Range Riders have stolen base on Cabeza. There's been a couple that have escaped his glove. Probably just trying to shake off some of the rust after Barranca got the starts in the first 2 games for Great Falls. 3-2. Hit on the ground towards first. Backing up and snagging it. Oh, and just almost beating that one out is Ashworth. Ott took his time after he fielded it, and he's looking at the first base umpire, Kyle Ashworth, is like, hey, wait a minute. Just because that looked like it should have been an out does not mean it was, as it really looked like Ash made a lunge at the base and might have got it before Ott got to it. That would have been a really rough moment if an infield single would have been scraped out on that one. Instead, Rover moves to third. It's not an unproductive out from Ashworth, but he flashes the speed and nearly takes a bag in the process. Flip over the lineup card, a called strike into McLaughlin, who struck out swinging his first time up. The 0-1. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Lavin, 55 pitches. And put absolute. Their starter through 55 pitches in the first 2 innings is not what they want to see. Fouled off. The second. Riders lead here in the Electric City, Great Falls, Montana. Breeze blowing slightly in, basically towards the Range Rider dugout, which is down the first base line. The 1 ball, 2 strike pitch from Lavin with a runner on third. It is a called strike 3, and McLaughlin goes down looking. We head to the bottom half of the frame after a wild pitch and an RBI single. Make it 2-0 Glacier.
In 1858, one man's ingenuity sparked a legacy. When Henry Ward Johns set out to rethink roofing, he built something that would last. That spirit carried forward in 1901 when Johns joined forces with Charles Manville, creating Johns Manville. For more than 160 years, through challenge and change, innovation and resilience have defined who we are. Today, backed by Berkshire Hathaway, Johns Manville is trusted in the commercial roofing industry with systems built to perform.
Welcome back as Glacier Range Riders 2-0 lead. First advantage that Jake Kofi will play with. As a pro pitcher here. First pitch to Tommy Specht, misses outside. Good job by Kofi to avoid any damage in the last inning after an infield single reached to start the frame. Go ahead and flex that one into the zone. It is 3-0 right now. Get me over pitch, exactly that. 90 miles per hour, as easy as you like it. Three balls and one strike. And that one also hits the zone to Specht, who has watched 5 pitches go by, maybe trying to take a page out of the book of the Range Riders, which is starting up pitch count. Great Falls has actually done okay with that, but it has been Glacier obviously winning that battle as J.D. McLaughlin watches this one fall right in front of it. Just didn't get the best read on it in center field. Maybe could have had a chance if he would have sprinted in pretty hard. Instead, base knock to lead off the inning for Tommy Specht, his 4th hit of the season. Obviously very early in terms of the PBL season. But things starting to take form as you're starting to understand, okay, who's good and who might not be so good. You really can't do that until teams start facing their second team. As the count goes to 1-0 on Swenda, 3rd baseman up at the plate. But you can at least start to see which players are sticking out. Count goes to 2-0. Gabe Vasquez is 1 for 1, so technically he leads the batting title race right now with a 1,000 batting average, but only 1 at-bat doesn't really give you that. Donovan Ratfield is the highest out of everybody else. This is a chance for 2. Steel glove flips for 1. The throw for 2. 6-4-3 double play. Clean as you like it. Steele to Beard to Millen. Like they've been doing it for months. That was a beauty. I'm sure Kobe on the dish, on the bump, excuse me, much appreciates a nice defensive play like that. 2 outs now for Ethan Ott. Knuckles this one off the hands. Foul ball down the right field line, out of play. Count goes to 0-1. And Ratfield in terms of the batting average race right now. As a called strike makes it 0-2. Soper of the Mustangs and Jimerson of the Mustangs are hitting 750 and 667 respectively. And outside on the slider, count goes to 1-2. Of guys that have, that's a ball. Guys that have more than 1 game played, Jake Millen leads the on-base percentage chart coming into this game. He's .833 on-base percentage. 2-2, 2-out pitch to Ott. Downstairs, count goes full. And in terms of slugging percentage, that's McKenzie because he had a 3 home run game last night. TJ McKenzie, He's up to 1857. This one, sky high fly to right. Ashworth looking up at it, and that baby is gone. Ethan Ott, the first home run of the season for the Great Falls Voyagers. 363 feet, soaring over the right field fence. It is 2-1 after the solo shot by Ott. Ott, the product of the University of New Mexico, and maybe apt as Covey, who spent a few seasons at New Mexico State. The Lobo gets the better of the Aggie in a rivalry renewed here on the diamond. Called strike, and the count goes to 0-1. Covey be frustrated with himself after he got that double play to wipe the bases clean. One misses. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bottom of the second here. This is Sebastian Cabeza up at the plate. Product out of Ave Maria University. Goes to Aurora, Illinois, which is in the greater Chicago area. Swing. Enough of a, and the throw down to first is on time. 1. The Voyagers cut the 2-run deficit in half. It's 2-1 Glacier as we head to the third. For another inning of work. In the form of Young and Garner. Scott Gladstone with you, bringing you Pioneer League Baseball Game 3 of a 96-game regular season. Don't worry, we got plenty more time together, folks. All of our games streaming free on our Glacier Range Riders YouTube channel, as well as in the Go Range Riders app. You can also listen live in the Go Range Riders app to the audio feed. This is a base knock by Logan Beard, sizzling off the lumber at 104. Knock of the game. Took that home run he hit in the 9th inning last night, turned it into a little bit more success, as for the first time the Range Riders have a short at bat, and it's a hard hit ball for a base knock. 58 pitches now thrown by Lavin. First pitch to Horning, who had a hard hit ball into right field that was caught for an out. 1-0 pitch. Out that one. In the zone. Horning, 6'3", 225 pounds, originally from Overland Park, Kansas. He'll turn 23 later this summer. in the middle of August. As there's a called strike, the count goes to 1-2. A lot of summer birthdays on this Range Rider squad. That's a sub-header in terms of the season. Swing and a miss on the ball in the dirt. With the runner on first, though, doesn't matter. Now the ball hit the dirt. It's a strikeout for Horning, and one gone. Carson Garner now stepping to the plate. Garner, a strikeout looking. In terms of guys that will have a birthday during the season, it's Connor Housley in August, Maynard in June, Jared Ingman currently on the IL, but he's in about a week. Will turn 25. Called strike in there to Garner. Chris Canada and Ethan O'Neill, both August guys. Jonah Giblin in July. Davis Pratt right before the season opener. He had his 26th birthday. As Garner hammers this one down the left field line, it will trickle all the way to the wall. Good job by Schmack to get there. And it's a double by Carson Garner. Boy, the offseason he has put in the work clearly. And you see the improvement with his approach at the plate every single AB. Obviously, the 5 walks yesterday, the home run that went 487 feet on opening day. And there, a 105-mile-per-hour double down the left field line. Two in scoring position as that one finds the zone versus Jake Millen. Millen, league leader in on-base percentage, but a fly out to center field. That's not going to help that number. Millen in slugging percentage. Sky high. And in foul territory, catch is made by Swenda. Big out to erase a sacrifice opportunity. Range Riders, despite all the offensive success, probably less than they'd like it, have taken advantage of opportunities with guys in scoring position. Could have been 20 runs put up both nights if they would have cashed in just a few more times. Jacob Steele stepping to the plate. Not only was yesterday the birthday for starting pitcher Zach Longshore, but it was also Jacob Steele's birthday, and I completely overlooked that. Too busy celebrating Longshore getting the start, and Jacob Steele had a great day at short on his 23rd birthday. Two guys, same birthday, both in the starting lineup. Almost as weird as the 2 walks that Carson Garner had on 6 total pitches yesterday. Strike called. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here. Top of the 3rd inning, 2-1, Range Riders lead. Green tops, green bottom for Glacier, black tops, pinstripe pants. Bottom of the zone, 1 and 2. Tommy Rover, who's also in the starting lineup in 6 days' time. Next Wednesday, everybody can celebrate his birthday at Glacier Bank Park with all of us. That one's called a ball. No challenge issued by the Voyagers. They got 1 successful today. They avoid trying it again. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 3rd inning. Runners on 2nd and 3rd. Big opportunity for the Range Riders. Swing and a miss. Steele struck out. Aim. Strength in Glacier 2. And as we head to the
Thinking about where to host your next office event? Book the indoor event space at Glacier Bank Park. With a capacity up to 145 people, our indoor event space is a flexible, year-round venue ideal for accommodating receptions, conferences, and holiday parties. The spacious layout boasts impressive stadium and mountain views, providing the perfect setting for guests to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
Innovation has always been at the core of Johns Manville. From advanced testing labs to real-world job sites, we rethink what roofing can deliver. Through science, precision engineering, and decades of real-world experience, we engineer commercial roofing systems that deliver lasting performance. At Johns Manville, innovation means listening, learning, and building solutions that meet today's needs while preparing for what's next. This is progress with purpose.
Welcome back. Scott Gladstone with you in the bottom of the third inning. Covey out there for a third inning of work. He'll see 9-1 and 2. Tennis Berry, as well as Redahan and Rogers. Ball outside to start the AB versus Temesbury. Another one misses. It's 2-0. Swing and a miss by Temesbury. 2-1 now. Flinch of the bat. Said he didn't go. No uproar from the Great Falls bench and crowd. That was apt to try and get a swing on ones that were less swingy than that. 3-1. Into left field, and it will one hop to Horning. Temesbury's aboard to lead off the inning.
Next up, number 1, second baseman, Aiden Redahan.
And Redahan steps up now. Range Riders, second and third, one out. Came up empty last half inning, and now immediately the Voyagers threatening. This one hit to second. Logan Beard the flip for one. The throw for two is low, and it gets by the first baseman in Millen. Range Riders would have loved to turn two once more, but that one just too slow of a roller to Logan Beard at second.
Now back for the Voyagers, number 23, designated hitter, Will Rogers.
So instead, a fielder's choice, 4-6 in your scorebook. Redahan, good speed there, obviously helped him out as well. Swing and a miss by Rogers. Rogers 0 for 1, a ground out to third base, 5-3. How it worked out. Runner's going. He got a great jump on it. And Garner, the field and throw. Great by Garner. 60 no scope there. Gets it 5-3 again, and on a broken bat play, Redahan will move up into scoring position. They're being aggressive with Redahan on the bases, that's for certain.
Next up for Great Falls, number 10, shortstop, Trey Cruz.
Trey Cruz now an RBI opportunity, 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. It's a moment the Range Riders couldn't necessarily take advantage of in the top half of the inning. And now the Voyagers try and see if they can. Called strike, and the count goes to 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2 on Cruz. Cruz grounded out to short his first time up. Time called by Cruz. A quick step back. An 0-2 two-out pitch with a runner on second in Redahan. Great wheels, and he's going on contact with 2 outs. Swing and a miss, and grabbed clean by Ratfield. A strikeout to end the frame from Covey, and they strand the leadoff runner for Great Falls on second. We head to the 4th inning of play. It's 2-1, Glacier in front.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
One-third of the way through this contest, and your Glacier Range Riders lead by a score of 2-1, thanks to a wild pitch where a run scored, as well as an RBI knock by this man, Donovan Ratfield. Actually, excuse me, that was Rover. It was Ratfield that scored on that wild pitch and helped get steal from first to third. Sky-high fly to right field, where Specht camps under it and makes the grab. One gone on one pitch. Lavin couldn't love anything more than seeing that right now. Same with the coaching staff for the Voyagers, who already probably were trying to figure out how to get through this game, but after over 50 pitches were thrown in the first 2 innings by Lavin, they were probably really getting worried. But 1 pitch, 1 out, sends up Tommy Rover, who has that RBI single into center. Great at-bat by Rover to eventually end up with that run-scoring base knock. And this one to left field and hit well, but right at the left fielder. That is 3 pitches, 2 outs. This would be by far the quickest inning of the season for the Range Riders, unless Kyle Ashworth has something to say about it. Called strike. 0-1. This one hit on the ground. Should be a 5-pitch inning if the play is made clean, and it is. Redahan to Ott, and the Range Riders give a gift to this Great Falls coaching staff and their bullpen. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. It is Range Riders up 2-1.
Need a space that offers both a place to dine and an area to mingle in style? Book the Hideaway and Corner Suite at Glacier Bank Park. You and up to 50 guests will enjoy full catering services in the Hideaway and incredible mountain views and comfortable furnishings in the luxury Corner Suite. This versatile combination offers a space to dine and a place to relax, creating the perfect arrangement for guests looking to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
Welcome back in. Range Riders 2-1 lead over the Great Falls Voyagers. And the first pitch is a ball into Kyle Schmack. This one up and a foul ball. Schmack 0 for 1. Flied out to left field. One is cut on and missed. 1-2. In the hole goes Schmack. Schmack, Valpo product, played under his dad, who's the head coach for the Crusaders up there in northern Indiana. And a ball on that one. Evens up the count at 2-2. Swing and a miss. Covey punches out Schmack. One gone, bottom of the fourth inning. Third punchy of the day for Covey. Count goes to 1-0. Swing and a miss by Specht, who's 1 for 1, a single into center. That's the 50th pitch from Covey today. Tapper, awkward spot, fielded and flipped by Millen, safe at first. Man, Covey has pitched really well today. Other than that home run, he's time and time again placed down good spots and got guys to swing for bad contact, really. And that's just another example of it. Swing and bunt, put it to no man's land, and nobody could do anything about it. Even though the Range Riders made something, even a close play out of play that was going to be tricky the entire way. Called a strike on the outer cut. This is Swendo, grounded into a double play. Oh, one out. And Pioneer League, of course, in action per usual today. Scores from around the league starting to come in here as we had a 30-minute head start on anybody else around the PBL. Range Riders' opponent for tomorrow night, Billings, up 2-0 on Idaho Falls, trying to start their season 3-0. Count goes to 1-2 as that one skips in the dirt. Ogden is up 2-1 at the hands of the Boise Hawks. The Raptors lead Boise, and either just underway and no score or not underway yet from the 3 California hosts. 1-2 as the runner's going. Flinch swing, throw to second, safe. Got in. They asked if is Swenda didn't, which that one looked closer than anyone. As you take a look back to see how close the play was at second. Specht steals the bag, and yeah, just a little bit late on the tag attempt by Logan Beard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And Swenda sees it up near the hands. Count goes to 3-2. Voyagers looking for some life, and maybe they can find it here in the bottom of the 4th inning after the Range Riders probably had their worst offensive inning in that top half of the frame, because it was not just 3 up, 3 down, but it was 3 up, 3 down quickly. As that one, did he go the appeal? Yes, he did, says the umpire on second base. That is a tough call to make if you are the umpire on second there, and really, I would like it if they just make the ask to the umpire down at third, who could probably see if he sees that bat come around better than the one on second, but whatever it is, it's a strikeout for Covey in a big spot. 2 gone, but up comes Ethan Ott, who had an Oppo Taco home run his first time up. Late swing on that one, fouls it off. Count goes 0-1 for Ott. Started his career at the University of North Carolina, Pembroke, playing Division II ball for the Braves, and finished it up 2 years at New Mexico. Swings over the top of that one. Count goes to 0-2. Final year for the Lobos last spring. Hit 16 bombs, 58 RBIs, then went to the draft league where he hit 268 for the Frederick Keys. The 0-2. Fouled into the floor. We'll do 0-2 again. 2 years at UNC Pembroke obviously were very good to get the attention of a Division I school like New Mexico. Final season with Pembroke. 45 games, a .374 batting average for Ott. 0-2, 2-out pitch with a runner on second. Another late swing. Stays in the hole 0-2. This has been a good fight inning from the Voyagers, much needed. 18 pitches thrown by Kobe. The next one will be the 19th into Ott, the product of Chesapeake, Virginia. The 0-2. 2-out pitch from Kobe. Swing and a miss. Home plate umpire said you went. And all Ott can do is turn back to the dugout. A punch out from Covey to finish the frame. It's a 2-1 Range Rider lead.
At Johns Manville, it's always been about people, the people who design the systems, the people who build them, and the people who depend on them to perform every day. That's why we approach commercial roofing with care, collaboration, and respect for what's at stake. Because every roof protects more than a building. It protects people, livelihoods, and peace of mind. That's the responsibility we stand behind. Johns Manville Commercial Roofing Systems.
Final warm-up thrown by Sam Lavin as the Range Riders will come through the batting order for the third time against the Voyagers starter. Lavin on 76 pitches, and it's been a story of improvement pretty much for him. 23 1 5. Last inning, all 5 were strikes. The Range Riders did not make him work very hard. That has not necessarily been their script. As the pitch upstairs, first ball we've seen since the third inning of play. Count goes to 1-0 for McLaughlin, who is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts versus Lavin. 1-0. Swing and a miss as he gets him to go on the slider. One ball, one strike, no outs. Hit on the ground towards third. McLaughlin ahead of steam towards the first base bag. Not in time to get there. And it's a 5-3 putout for route number 1. Swenda to Ott in your scorebook. Up steps Logan Beard, who has gotten the better a couple times today. Eagles had some good ABs in general against Lavin. He's seen him well, and he swings and misses at the first pitch. Range Riders in general have had 9 quality at-bats today compared to 6 from Great Falls. The biggest anomaly, considering how this season has started, however, 0 walks for Glacier. Hesitation of the bat. Did he go? No way. Let's stop asking on that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. First base umpire did a good job of not giving much of a care and barely even said no, he didn't go. Foul ball out of play. Count goes to 1-2. Just put out the hands. Kind of like you're giving somebody like a no sweat signal. Like it's all good. That's basically what he did, just a flick out. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Outside, count goes to 2-2. It's time for trivia here in the top of the 5th inning. Range Rider half of the 5th. And that time he did go. Beard misses the tag. The throw down to first is good for out number 2.
Next up, number 11, left fielder, Carson Morton.
2 outs. Let's try and get a trivia question in here, as that one dips up and in for Horning. And that one in the zone, 1-1. All right, your question of the hitters with more than 600 career home runs, who's the only one to never win an MVP award? Swing and a miss by Hornung. You have until the end of this inning to figure it out. I'm doing it before we go to commercial, and we got 2 strikes with 2 outs on top of the 5th. So a quick time to think about it. The only player with over 600 home runs that has not won an MVP. There's a ball. Count goes to 2-2, buying you a little bit more time to think about it. His highest MVP vote was 4th place. Please. Second, and your is the only player to hit over 600 home runs and not have an MVP. We go to a commercial break. We'll be right back for more baseball.
Range Riders fans, Glacier Bank Park offers a variety of suites to accommodate groups of all sizes, from small gatherings to parties of up to 65 people. The balcony views and exclusive services create a premium experience for celebrations, reunions, and outings of all kinds. Enjoy the convenience and comfort of your private space, breathtaking Montana scenery, and high-level action on the field, while our dedicated hospitality team creates an unforgettable experience for you and your family, friends, or business associates.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Krone Pro Seal, proudly serving the Flathead Valley with expert asphalt, seal coating, and quality workmanship since 1988. Learn more at kroneproseal.com. First base, the strike. And a nice time. Cabeza, first time up, struck out swinging. Balls into 2 strikes. His career at Taft College, which is in Taft, California. Ball outside. I can't go that deep on the JUCO stats, but maybe a decent chance. He matched up in the JUCO ranks with Covey as this floater finds the glove of Garner, and there's one gone. Again, I have no idea if Taft College met Covey at all, but maybe. A year at Jackson State after that, where he played 54 games and had a .252 batting average, and then finished up at the NAIA ranks with, I believe, Ave Maria. Could be Ave Maria. But maybe I'm just thinking of an opera. 1-0. Trying to think what that's from, as there's a called strike. Ave Maria. What is that from? 1 ball, 1 strike. Struck me. Ball outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Hit on the ground and through into the left field grass. Well struck by Temis Very. He might earn himself a ticket up this lineup at some point. He's been batting out of that second leadoff spot in the 9-hole, but maybe should be a little bit higher. Runners going. Throw in from Ratfield. Safe at second. Temis Very in the scoring position as they're starting to run on Ratfield and see if they can test him. This one A little bit better throw might have got him. Just slid in. Before third count. Second. Voyagers flirting with another chance to tie this game up. They've come up empty before, however. Downstairs, 2-1. Two balls, one strike, one out, bottom of the fifth inning. Temisveri, obviously good speed on second, just stole the bag. Low and away, and it's 3-1. Aiden Redahan, the speedster at first. A fielder's choice is what he grounded into last time. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. 77th pitch of the day by Covey, and it finds the zone. Count goes full for Redahan. The 3-2, 1 out pitch with a runner on second. Over to first, and a foul ball. .80 miles per hour hooked over there by Redahan. Millen laid out for it, but came up empty, and he's probably happy he did, because I think at best he's just knocking that one down, and if he does touch it, probably going to get called fair. Redahan, the Greenwich, Connecticut product, who went to school at Central Connecticut State. Another 3-2 swing and a miss. Fans over the top of it. And there's 2 gone in the bottom of the fifth. Covey's 6th strikeout of the day. Feels like one of the more important ones as Rogers steps to the plate. 2 ground outs to the left side of the infield. That one missing down low. Good slide over by Ratfield. Rogers, who was drafted out of high school, 2021 MLB draft by the Milwaukee Brewers, 17th round, opted to go to Arizona State, where he played for 2 seasons before transferring to Michigan. The 1-0, 2-out pitch. Called a strike. Certainly a big pickup over the offseason to get a hold of Rogers as he decided to come to Great Falls. And a pitch clock violation called on Covey. It was a pretty quick pitch clock violation. Didn't even see exactly what the protocol was there. 2-1. Late swing and a foul ball. Nonetheless, Range Rider starter is 1 strike away from getting out of this 5th inning with another clean sheet. Just the solo home run against him by Ott. But he's got to survive Rogers here with a runner in scoring position who's likely going on all contact. Unless it goes to the left side of the infield. 2-2. Swung on to left field. Horning over, and it's right at him. The catch made for out number 3 as Covey, in his professional debut, has at least 5 innings under his belt and just 1 earned run thanks to a solo shot. It's 2-1 Glacier as we head to the 6th inning of play. Range Riders trying to break out of the slowest slump this season by their offense, which is a run of 8 straight retired. It was Carson Garner's double that was the last knock by Glacier, and that's the man who leads off the top of the 6th inning. 1 for 2 is Garner. And the check swing definitely went through on that one. Count goes 2-0-1. One downstairs, 1 ball and 1 strike. Range Riders looking ahead to tomorrow. We'll take on the Billings Mustangs in Billings, Montana. Range Riders actually have a shorter drive than the Mustangs to get to the Magic City. The 1-1. Skipping low and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. The Mustangs are heading back from Idaho Falls at the conclusion of their contest with the Chuckers. 2-1. Swung on towards the gap, left center field, and a long run as this ball is bouncing around like crazy. The throw will come in to second base, kind of. Garner probably bummed to not be able to turn that one into a double because the throw was wild and offline by Temisveri. All the same, it's a beautiful, hard hit ball for a base knock by Garner, who now is 2 for 3 on the day. Jake Millen 0 for 2, desperately needing to reach base to help his on-base percentage, which, again, I mentioned coming into this contest, he is the league leader in on-base percentage. As this one goes sky high. Backpedaling is Swenda. Catch made instead by Cruz for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out. Recorded by Jake Millen. Lavin on 94 pitches. Even if this is his final frame, it's been a really impressive effort by him to bounce back from the first 2 innings where the Range Riders had his number and had some long APs. But since then, he's turned in a pretty marvelous performance. Really only Carson Garner's got the better of him. Garner's running to second. By Carson on the ball. Count goes to 1-0. And the Range Riders have a runner in scoring position. Much needed insurance run it would be if he crossed home, Garner. As you see the toss in there, the ball just squeaked away from Redahan. Now a double play off the table as well for Jacob Steele. Called strike, 1-1. As we look around the league, the Mustangs, Range Riders' Friday opponent, I just mentioned, lead Idaho Falls 5-2 in the top of the 4th. Pitching does not exist in Idaho Falls, as they will let that challenge get called, even though it was a little bit late. It is a strike in there from Lavin. Count goes to 1-2.
Has their 2 remaining challenges.
1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out into Jacob Steele. Hit on the ground towards third. It's foul. Ogden leads Boise 3-2 in Boise. 1 inning gone between the Coast and the Freebirds in Marysville, California. It's still 0-0. Missoula an early lead on Oakland 2-0. And Red Pocket and Modesto just about to get underway. The 1-2 pitch once again to Jacob Steele. Fouled off. Lavin's next pitch is his 100th of the day. I believe the first guy on either side to go over 100 in this series. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, top of the 6th inning. Swing and a miss. Proves solid for Lavin. Another strikeout for him. His 8th punch out of the game. A guy that was not a power pitcher, did not have a ton of strikeouts last year, but he's found some crucial Ks. And for the Range Riders, who have walked 31 times last night and the night before, have been walked 0 times by him. Ratfield sees that one upstairs, and the count goes to 1-0. Ratfield's the guy you want to the plate in this scenario. Runner on second, decent wheels in Carson Garner. A base knock with 2 outs, likely bringing him home and giving the Range Riders a crucial run. The 1-0. Low and away. If I'm Lavin, I might be giving him kind of an intentional walk, just the way he swung the bat against Great Falls this series. And maybe he is doing that because it's a 2-0 count on 2 uncompetitive pitches. 2 balls, no strikes. Swung on, high fly ball. Shallow left field, and this will do it for the frame as Kyle Schmack makes the grab. And Lavin over the century mark, so likely his final pitch of the contest, but a really good battle from him today. It's 2-1. His squad has the deficit as we head to the bottom of the 6th.
Once again, it's time for tonight's beer batter. This is the way it works.
Glacier Bank Park is just so beautiful. The absolutely stunning views, the facility that we have, we're just very fortunate.
This is a place where people can gather throughout the community. The location of the park itself is centrally located within the valley, and as such, it keeps everybody coming from all the different municipalities throughout the valley, and really it's just a hub for the community to meet.
My favorite thing about coming to the ball field is seeing old friends, seeing the beautiful complex, and the staff, how friendly they are. They greet us with friendliness, and the seats are awesome.
We also get to connect with folks as far away as Boston that are here on vacation that actually want to come to a ballpark because I talk them into it because that's how special it is.
So we come to socialize. We love our group, and we just have a really good time. Of course, we like watching the game too, and we like to win.
At Johns Manville, what we build starts with who we are. We are people champions, listening first, putting customers and teams at the center of every decision. We're driven by passion, always going the extra mile, always pushing ideas further. We perform, setting higher standards, delivering stronger results, and creating lasting value. And we protect our people, our customers, and the world around us, today and for generations to come.
Bottom of the 6th inning here in Great Falls, Montana. The 92nd all-time matchup between the Voyagers and the Range Riders. First pitch in from Kobe is sky high into left. And Horning makes the grab for out number 1. They spent a good chunk of the half inning promoting that Trey Cruz was the beer batter, and if he led off the inning with a hit, there'd be free beer for the rest of that half inning. No, not free beer, to be clear, not free beer. $2 beer, I believe, for the rest of the inning, and he popped out on the first pitch. Shout out the PA announcer here in Great Falls. He got the crowd amped, and Trey Cruz pretty quickly let him down there. Flowing away to Kyle Schmack, who's 0 for 2, fly out and a strikeout. Covey on 87 pitches, most likely his final inning of work. Warm-ups are going on in the pen for Great Falls, as that one almost hits the hit. Swing and a miss. Swinging the strikeout of the day for Covey, who, like Lavin, had a problem with all the free passes we saw yesterday, and he hasn't issued one. We saw a ton of walks yesterday and we have seen 0 walks, 0 hit by pitches, and 15 total strikeouts. A very different contest than what we saw between these two squads yesterday. Called strike, and the count goes to 0-1 on Tommy Specht, who's 2 for 2 with an infield single and a base knock to center. The 0-1. Count goes to 1-1. Popped up, foul out of play. Two and two. Two outs, bottom of the 6th inning. Pitch in from Covey to Specht. Hit on the ground towards short. 2 hops, fielded by Steele, and the throw is made on target and in time for out number 3. Covey might have bought himself another frame, but if not, it's 6 pure innings from the range rider right-hander. 6-3 put out to end it, just beating out this run by Tommy Specht. We head to the 7th and life's important questions when we return.
All season files are still a total of 61% financing. Freshwater Salt Hot Test, absolutely the best experience in the world of hot test.
Welcome back in to the broadcast booth. Sky Gladstone with you in the top of the 7th inning. We got the first call to the pen for either side as Kevin Warwick takes over for this Great Falls Voyagers squad. Warwick, a returner in Huntington Valley, Pennsylvania. Range Riders will be happy to get a look at a new pitcher. 4-year career at Lock Haven, a D2 school in Lock Haven, Pennsylvania. Called strike into Tommy Rover, who started his collegiate career in California. Played some D2 ball for Fresno Pacific out there in the Pac West. Funky sidewinder finds the zone there, and the count goes to 0-2. Last year, Warwick threw 8 innings and had a 4.5 ERA. 3 walks, 8 strikeouts in those 8 innings. The 0-2. And that one goes behind Rover. Final line for Lavin, 6 innings pitched, 7 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 8 strikeouts, and the number that both Sean Repay and Chuck Shirley will be hanging love. Grab of that one, maybe more casual than it needed to be, because Redahan was scooting in and instead does find the glove. It's a question. Interesting one. I'm very fascinated with what people will think. Would you rather have unlimited vacation days or unlimited spending money, but only on the weekends? It's a very interesting this or that. The 1-0. Low and away. 2 balls and no strikes to Ash. Ground out twice today, 0 for 2. 2-0 pitch, and he tries the overarm slot there, and that's what makes Lavin really tricky, is he'll mix very different arm angles at you. 2 balls, 1 strike. And apparently one of those was called the ball. The one that I said was called the strike was actually called the ball because Ashworth walks, and the first base on balls of the day for either side is issued, the 32nd issued by Great Falls this series. Up comes J.D. McLaughlin, 0 for 3. First righty to step up against Warwick, which I assume are going to be pretty tricky with that side wide. Ashworth is running. Throw into second. And an overslide, but he got back to it, and a successful steal there on the called strike. Count goes to 0-1, but Ashworth is in scoring position with 1 out. Here's the tricky thing about the life's important question of unlimited vacation days versus unlimited spending, as this one gets by into left field. Ashworth given the green light. The runner sent to the plate. The throw comes in, safe at home. J.D. McLaughlin. Here's score 1 on the J.D. McLaughlin base knock. Green light by Todd Pratt. Kind of an aggressive. We scored a big for sure. Right at the third baseman doesn't mean it's funky like that. Field backing up and getting to it is the center fielder, Temis Very. So Ashworth scores on the McLaughlin base knock. McLaughlin. Unlimited days. Kind of, you get people high from Horn. It's just too short. Only Friday night. Couldn't. Quick break and be 7th. J.D. McLaughlin, base knock. Welcome back. Bottom of the 7th inning. Glacier Range Riders with a 3-1 lead over the Great Falls Voyagers here. New pitcher into the contest. It's Jacob Hasty coming out to start his first inning of the year after he came in and got the final out in the 6th inning of the matchup on Tuesday. We did have Jacob Hasty's mom chime in the chat. She agrees money on the weekend is the way to go. And also in the chat, we got former Range Rider Kingston Liniak, it looks like, who agrees with the Hasties for money on the weekend. First pitch from the left-hander out of the state of Texas is fouled off. Originally from Keller, Texas, Jacob Hasty. Count goes to 0-1 as Swenda fouls it off. Ball downstairs. Count goes to 1-1. Hasty, single season record holder for the best ERA in franchise history. That was in last year's season when he had a tremendous run out of the pen. Grounder to second where Jacob Steele fields and fires on target, on time, out number 1. Range Riders 3-1 have the advantage here. PK also chimed in from home and says, unlimited vacation is just retirement. Which, fair point. I see it as PTO, so at least you're getting some decent income, maybe. I see it as some stipend. Let's call it, I don't know, like it's not a low number. I guess the question might better be, what is the number that you would take rather than unlimited on the weekends? Because my only problem with it is that unlimited on the weekends, it's like, it just feels like Sunday would just hit so hard. And you got to travel back from wherever you're going. And that could be all of Sunday, even if you have a private jet. Swing and a miss, a 3-pitch strikeout. Absolutely precise from Hasty. Puts on a clinic. Ooh, third base up. And the count will go to 0-1 on Sebastian Cabeza. Called strike in the lower outside corner, 82 miles per hour. LSU product, Jacob Hasty. Spent a year at Mizzou and a year at UT Arlington as well. 0-2, 2-out pitch. Away, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2, 2-out pitch. Below the zone, 2-2. The 2-2. Hit to short, Jacob Steele off the carpet. And the fire to first for out number 3. Jacob Hasty looking like Jacob Hasty looks, which is a clean frame, just as you like it. We head to the 8th. It is
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Range Riders with a 3-1 lead here, top of the 8th inning. Another inning of work coming for Kevin Warwick, who goes overhand slot to start and fires a ball in there to Carson Garner. Carson Garner double and a single, 2 for 3 today. 2 out of the 8 hits for the Range Riders. Goes make it 3-0 on Garner. One of the league leaders in walks. That'll help when you have 5 on one day, which Garner did yesterday. And give him 6 if you include the one he just gets. But I think he had actually one on opening night. Let me check. 4-pitch walk is Garner's 6th. He didn't have any on opening day. The league leaders in walks coming into today, all 3 in the top 3 Range Riders: Millen, Ashworth, Garner. Speaking of Millen, he's now up. And a swing and a miss. Gets him started. Count goes to 0-1. Time called. Millen, 3-run blast in the 8th inning last night. And this one opposite way through the left side of the infield for a base knock, 99 off the bat of the switch hitter. Jacob Steele, 2 on, no outs. What do you do with Steele here? This is maybe when you think about a sacrifice bunt. Range Riders would love to cushion this with an extra run, especially if you got Hasty maybe coming out for another inning of work, and then somebody and see the final outside after Steele squared to bunt. Who have been in total this year across the PBL. Pulled out of the way of that one, did Steele, and it was called a strike. Count goes to 1-1. No outs, top of the 8th inning. Just in second. There's 2 all at the plate. Is a 3-4 sacrifice bunt in your scorebook. Good bunt placed down, about as fundamental as it gets from Jacob Steele. And really good cover first with Ott crashing in. Prevent a run here against Mr. Clutch, Donovan Ratfield, who sees a 75-mile-per-hour off-speed pitch go right down the middle. Infield in, speed on third with Garner, who scored on a Ratfield sacrifice fly to the shallow outfield last night. Almost hits Ratfield, 1-1. Range Riders have been aggressive in terms of the sends, whether it be from third home or a runner trying to score from second. That awkward submarine slot gets a foul off, And the count goes to 1-2. Here we are again. Range Riders, second and third, one out. Can they score a run here with the sacrifice in play? Finished his collegiate career with his hometown squad. The Wolfpack there. The 1-2. Gets a piece of it. Good grab over at short. The throw is low and not gobbled up by first. It's an error on Cruz after making a really nice play. And all he needed to do was fire it on target to first. Instead, he skipped it in there to Ott, who couldn't field it. And the Range Riders get a run off of what I believe will be scored as an E6. Good job by Garner, too, to be heads up and watch the end of that play and scamper home when given the opportunity. It's an E6 officially, and the Range Riders take a 4-1 lead. I'll take it however they can get it. I think we might have. Hatfield likely going to not just duties. Good speed. Decently order, but swapped out with Horning today, who goes back in the starting lineup. So Collins will come in as the designated pinch runner, I'm assuming, and Ratfield should re-enter as catcher. Up comes Tommy Rover. We'll see if Drew Collins gets much of a chance before he tries to steal, and that's exactly what happens. The ball goes to the backstop, and Collins is now going to third. He is in there safely. So Collins steals second and then gets to third on the wild pitch. Millen scores. It's 5-1 Glacier. The Range Riders have been more than happy to run all day against this squad. Whenever anybody has decent wheels, they've been sent, and now the count goes to 2-0. Still an RBI opportunity for Rover, just one less guy on the base paths. 5-1 Glacier. Foul ball. As of now, both of the runs, I believe, will go down as earned. Unfortunately for Warwick, just due to the fact that there still should be 2 outs on the board, and maybe one goes down as unearned. 2-1. Can't locate the lower outside corner for Warwick. And it's a walk to Rover. Tommy heads to first, and Kyle Ashworth, 0 for 2 with a walk, steps to the plate. One out, top of the 8th inning. Warwick still out there. Bullpen pretty beat up by the last couple days. Got a good start from Lavin, where at least he was able to get them fairly deep into the contest. But the Range Riders have tallied crucial runs. First, an RBI single by McLaughlin in the top of the 7th, and now a run scored on an E6, and then a wild pitch. As it's 2-0, and the bugaboos in terms of finding the strike zone continue. Range Riders still with no walks from their pitching staff today, but Warwick's fired 3, including that wild pitch. This one lashed down the left field line, but a foul ball. Two balls, one strike. One out, Collins on third, Rover on first. Let's see if Tommy gets a chance to run over there. Decent lead. He stunts the steal, and they had a pitch out going. So he's probably happy he didn't, because Cabeza would have the best chances ever to throw him out. 1 out, top of the 8th inning here as the Range Riders, just like yesterday, kind of slow, sluggish start, but finding runs in the late going, which was not necessarily the script last year. Range Riders had a lot of games in it, and 3-2, swung on to first, and an awkward hop. Ott eventually grabs it. The run will score on the RBI ground out. Ott did a good job just to put something on it. Hopefully he's all right after that ball bounded around near his face. There might have been an alternate universe in where Ott's able to pull off, but not the one we're living in right now. And the first pitch into J.D. McLaughlin misses the zone. And that one gets away from Cabeza. 2-0 goes the count, and a wild pitch pushes Tommy Rover to third base. Two-0 pitch into McLaughlin. Over the plate, works 40th pitch, makes it 2 balls, 1 strike, top of the 8th inning. Foul ball. This inning comes across against Warwick, will be unearned. 2-2, 2-out pitch, top of the 8th inning. That error on Trakers, they had the infield in and it actually worked. Ratfield took a swing at a high pitch and rocketed one. 2 crews over there, made a good play on it. As there's a swing and a miss. Struck frame. Riders rally for 3 in the 8th and take a 6-1 lead into the bottom half of the frame. Jacob Hasty out for a second inning of work, as he will see 9-1-2. Vincent Temesvari gets it started. Swing and a miss. Temesvari had some success against Covey, who is in line right now. Of Hasty is. Count goes to 0-2 on the Gonzaga product. Downstairs, 1-2. Jacob Hasty loves playing baseball with this squad, with the Glacier Range Riders. Had some really cool off-season opportunities. As there's a swing and a foul scrape that throws off Ratfield, who'll be feeling that one. Both of these guys got different chances to travel across the world, literally, for the game of baseball. Hasty getting to play over in the Middle East due to one of the winter leagues out there, while Donovan Ratfield, due to a Baseball Without Borders campaign from the MLB, I believe, MLB Partner League team. He got included and got to go to Egypt, do a bunch of clinics in Cairo, and toss a baseball in front of the pyramids, which I don't know if you could find a more unique place to do it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Up and away, 2-2. It's funny, these guys, when you pick up and you start playing a baseball, you start thinking about playing baseball, or start tossing a baseball when you're however many years old. You don't necessarily realize that it can take you to Montana or to Africa or Asia or wherever it may be. And that's a pitch clock violation called on Hasty. And it will be a walk issued due to the pitch clock violation. Very interesting call there. I believe he stepped off the rubber, thus asking for a disengagement and a chance to be able to get a reset of the pitch clock, which you're allowed 2 per at-bat. Hasty, not only a really good pitcher, but a very good baseball IQ for the southpaw. That one misses inside. The count goes to 1-0. Hasty deals with a lot of the bullpen notes. He's one of the guys that has the clipboard and helps get guys up sometimes. As this one hit on the ground towards Beard at second. Just make the short tops to first for out number 1. And Roger, bottom of the. Rogers 0 for 3 against Kobe. 2 ground outs and a line out. First pitch into Rogers from Hasty. Ball outside. Count goes to 1-0. One out pitch. That one misses, and it's 2-0. Hasty struggling a little bit, just trying to find the edges of the zone. The 2-0. In the zone. Both squads have both their ABS challenges, in case you were wondering. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 successful by Great Falls. The Range Riders have not tried a challenge. Hit on the ground at first where Millen fields and taps the base himself. Unassisted out, Temesvari moves to third, and Trey Cruz, 0 for 3, will step into the left side. Six to 1 Range Rider lead here, going for the first sweep of 2026. Trying to finish off the Voyagers. Swing and a miss. Big old cut. All time, the Range Riders at this stadium in 40 meetings with the Voyagers here are 19 and 21. So not just a sweep, but also going for their 20th ever victory in this ballpark. Previously called Centene Stadium, now just Voyagers Stadium. Inside, 2-1. Last year, sweeps were hard to come by for the Range Riders. Obviously, most series are 6 games in this league. So 6 games. The Range Riders with the struggles, especially to string stuff together at the plate. Just could never really get a good rhythm enough to finish 3 games now. 6 games. Got close with Billings. As there's a called strike 3. Dot in the lower inside corner. It's a perfect pitch. And if a challenge would have come, it would have stayed. A paint from Hasty to send us to the ninth. It's 6-1, Range Riders in front. Welcome back into the contest. New pitcher for the Great Falls Voyagers. It's a rookie debut for Ryan Cullinane, the 5'10", 180-pounder. Just finished up his collegiate career at the University of Science and Arts in Oklahoma.
Leading off for placer number 29, second baseman Logan Beard.
Logan Beard will lead it off here. Range Riders offense did not look spectacular today. Certainly things to work on, but the pitching staff had their best performance, that's for sure. Covey, a great start. And Jacob Hasty, 2 shutout innings. The only time he was breached was when the pitch clock got to him. And maybe debatably so. In the zone, called strike. Great pitch there. Foul scrape. Count goes to 1-2. The last time the Range Riders had a sweep, it was in Idaho Falls, who eventually were the runners-up in the league. This one tapped over towards third. Going to need a good play. It's a fair ball and a base knock by Logan Beard. Likely going down as a hit there as Swenda had to charge it. And Beard reaches his safe third time tonight. Great day for Coach Beard. Cullinane, transfer out of Saddleback College in Mission Viejo, California, where then he went to USAO, which is in Chickasha, Oklahoma. Funny enough, the hometown of assistant GM of the Range Rider, Kyle Spencer's fiance from Chickasha, Oklahoma. If I'm pronouncing that wrong, I apologize because I've never heard of Chickasha. And a balk called on the pitcher, Cullinane. 2 years at Oklahoma Science and Arts. 3-8 total record, but 3.86 ERA in 33 total appearances, mostly out of the pen. So don't let the win-loss record fool you, as there's a called strike. Into Horning. Horning looking to reach base for the first time today. A couple strikeouts, 0 for 4. Cullinane just activated to the roster this evening. 2 balls and 1 strike. Happy professional debut, just in case the Cullinane family is watching. The mascot of USAO, if you were wondering, is the Drovers. 3-1. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Ice Cold Coca-Cola. Whether you're cheering from the stands or listening from home, nothing goes better with summer baseball than a Coke. Grab an Ice Cold Coca-Cola and enjoy the moment, because baseball just tastes better with a Coke. And Horning will reach first. No Coke in hand. Horning, Karsten Garner. Probably the offensive MVP of the day. Double, single, and a walk his last 3 times up. Called strike into Garner, get him going. Trying to figure out what a drover is. Swing and a miss. Okay. That's that makes sense. Runners on first and second, no outs here for Ryan Cullinane, the former USAO drover. Ball outside, did not swing. Count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. A drover is a person who herds and moves livestock, such as cattle, sheep, horses, across long distances, typically to market or to new pastures. Call, strike for Garner. 1 out in the top of the 9th. First professional strikeout by Cullinane, as he flings that one over to the bench to send back to probably his family in Aliso Viejo, California, maybe. Obviously a history of droving in Oklahoma. Called strike. That had some mustard on it. Millen at the plate right now. Of course, PK reminding me of the phenomenal book, Hank the Cow Dog, which I don't really I remember its existence. I don't remember reading it. But I do that does ring a bell. And he has a fellow dog named Drover. Apt name for a friend of a cow dog. 0-2 pitch into Millen. Up and away, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 6-1 Range Rider lead here, top of the 9th inning. Range Riders trying to finish off their first sweep of 2026. From Cullinane, a swing. A little bit of the walk by Jacob Steele. The Drovers are part of the NAIA, mostly competing in the Sooner Athletic Conference, which I wonder what state the schools in the Sooner Athletic are mostly from. Oklahoma. 0-1, 2-out pitch. This one towards right field, through for a base knock. Green light to send the runner home. And Jacob Steele has himself an RBI single. It is 7-1 Range Riders. Beard scores on the play. Hornung goes first to third. Ratfield back into the contest. I didn't tell you, but he did come back in to catch in that last inning after he was pinch ran for. If you are just joining the Pioneer League, I did say a designated pinch runner. I realized I left you out of context there. A designated pinch runner, as that finds the zone, is a unique rule to the PBL. You also have a designated pinch hitter, and that is a person that can come in as a replacement, and then the original person can come back in. This one hit over to third. Awkward hop in front of the third baseman. And whether it's an error or a hit, it doesn't matter. A run scores. It is now 8-1 Glacier. 94 off the bat of Ratfield. We'll see what it gets scored as. It looks like the second error has hit Great Falls on the scoreboard. And it is an E6. 94 off the bat is probably 50-50, but I think it was just right on him, and that's why it gets scored that way. Horning scores, and a foul ball by Tommy makes it 0-1. Steele on second, Rats over there on first. A 1 into Rover is high and away. Count goes to 1-1. Everything else will go as unearned this inning for Cullinane due to the error. Swing and a miss. I have confirmation on the pronunciation of the town that University of Science and Arts Oklahoma is located, and that is Chickasha, not Chickasha. Ninth run and 1 earned run in his professional debut. It's 8-1 Range Riders as Glacier will try.
Thinking about where to host your next office event? Book the indoor event space at Glacier Bank Park. With a capacity up to 145 people, our indoor event space is a flexible, year-round venue ideal for accommodating receptions, conferences, and holiday parties. The spacious layout boasts impressive stadium and mountain views, providing the perfect setting for guests to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
And the Range Riders are going to pitcher. Bullpen didn't get hard. Back a little bit too much. There's already a couple chairs in this press box that are broken that I inherited in here as Maruskin goes way to the backstop on the first pitch. Jack Maruskin is the new pitcher for the Billings Mustangs. Count goes to 1-0. Maruskin last year played for the Billings Mustangs and was a solid option out of the pen. Was one of their closers for the Mustangs, who get to go to his former home tomorrow. Again, actually tonight, he'll get to go to his former home. Range Riders will shower up, grab a post-game meal. Of course, Range Rider road effort led very well by the brilliant mind of Josh Nichols, who is the anchor of this Glacier Range Riders organization during the summer. Swing and a miss. Josh knows the schedule for the bus. He knows the road hotels, everything in between. Goes through Mr. Nichols, who has been with the organization through its 4+ years into the 5th year of existence, as have I. Three balls, 2 strikes in from Maruskin. And that hit the batter. Schmack works. Pitch, it would have been ball 4 anyway. Maruskin, product of Frostburg State University, which was a Division II school by the time he finished up his career there. I think actually when he got there, they were Division III not too long ago. Now Division II. And then went to Frederick to play for the Keys in the draft league after his final year at Frostburg State. Got the attention of the Baltimore Orioles, spent some time in the Orioles system. And then 2 summers ago when he was let go, he went back to the draft league, played for the West Virginia Black Bears. Had really good numbers there. 14 appearances, 3 saves, and a 3.38 ERA. And then after a brief stop in the Atlantic League with Hagerstown last year, he finished up his stint in Billings with the Mustangs, getting 2 saves over his 18 appearances. Delivered to the zone. Tommy Specht. And there's a called strike, and it's 1-2. Out here. And it'll go to a ball. Count goes to 2-1. Maruskin doesn't want to hand over another free pass. 8-1 Range Rider lead here. Tommy Specht at the plate. Runner on first with no outs. Bottom of the 9th inning. Range Riders just trying to slam the door. Maruskin fires the hitter's count. And it is called a strike. Good call. That one did hit the zone. Another 3-2 pitch. He hit Schmack on a 3-2. Now Specht will see a full count payoff pitch from Maruskin. Hit over to first. In the throw, not going to get a second. Good job by Millen to just even take a little bit off of that and fire it almost lofty. Just a great pitch by Maruskin as he got Specht to jam himself up at 49 miles per hour. Good look on that replay, too. Huge shout out to Manuel Ignacio Miranda, our technical director the past 3 nights. Made our first ever road broadcasts on YouTube available. This is part of a huge list that could be read out to thank the names of those who have made this possible. Obviously leading with our wonderful sponsors like Johns Manville. Whew. That one did not look close. But Donovan Ratfield said, I think it fell through the zone. Let's do it. 0-2 goes the count with 1 out in the bottom of the 9th. Specht on first. I didn't catch who challenged that one, but either Rat or Maruskin. The 0-2 swing and a miss. Maruskin has his first strikeout as a Range Rider. And this trusted leader in roofing and insulation solutions for home businesses. On demand, what matters most. Range Riders baseball. That fastball for the strikeout was dotted at 96 miles per hour. Heck of a gun there from Maruskin to get home run. Swinging and 1 miles on the eye. Range Riders 2 strikes away from a sweep over the Voyagers and continuing the best start in franchise history. 0-1. Hit back to Maruskin, who has to deal with it kind of funky, but Beard is there on the other side, and he taps second for the force out, and the Range Riders win. The best start in franchise history continues as the Glacier Range Riders are 3-0 to start 2026. We'll take a quick break. And baby, Montana, an 8-1 Range Rider.
Have a good night. Drive safe.
scoreless offense. 2 as had or that up at it. Score final 3 innings, which is a thing they've been able to do. They've been able to get to bullpens, which is a much riders. I just still continue to be joint teams as the only
Need a space that offers both a place to dine and an area to mingle in style? Book the Hideaway and Corner Suite at Glacier Bank Park. You and up to 50 guests will enjoy full catering services in the Hideaway, and incredible mountain views and comfortable furnishings in the luxury Corner Suite. This versatile combination offers a space to dine and a place to relax, creating the perfect arrangement for guests looking to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
Welcome back into the broadcast booth as we continue looking at the highlights from this contest. A Range Rider 8-1 victory. By the end of it, one of the more convincing wins of this series, and it was a series that had a ton, other than a little bit of a scare here and there in Wednesday night's game. It was really the Range Riders taking it to the Voyagers this series. Two games, so no undefeated records at stakes, as Billings has one at stake in Melaleuca Field. If they hold on, then it will be a battle of the undefeateds tomorrow night in Billings, Montana. Long Beach and Yuba, they split their first 2 games 1 each, and the Coast lead the Freebirds by a score of 5-0. Ryan Wentz having a day against the Oakland Ballers. It's 4-0 Missoula leading Oakland in the top of the SoCal. Company, Coca-Cola, and Johns Manville. Please give them their Montana. $35. Signing up. Rest of your evening and stay. Sweep the Voyagers.